Hello, and thanks for joining me for this episode of NCIA Today. I'm your host, Bethany Moore, NCIA's Director of Communications, checking in with you regularly with updates on what's happening in the cannabis industry and here at NCIA. It's hard to believe it's already the month of December, and it's certainly been an active end of year all around. First, let me start off by saying it was a delight to see so many NCIA members last month in Las Vegas at this year's MJBizCon. Some of you came to say hello at our table at Associations Day and stopped by the Brooklyn Bowl for a casual member mixer before hitting the gigantic expo floor. Me and my colleagues, Vince, Amy, and CEO Aaron Smith, roamed the aisles to connect with everyone, and we also captured some interviews on camera throughout the week. Vince even brought his NCIA skateboard with a challenge for attendees to do a kickflip, which did not disappoint, in case you caught it on NCIA's Instagram story. Let's take a moment to watch this video we filmed while in Vegas with NCIA member and board secretary Michael Cooper of Madison J Solutions, talking about our next event happening in Washington, D.C., our 11th annual Cannabis Industry Lobby Days happening in May 2023.
Hi, I'm Michael Cooper. I'm the Secretary of the Board of Directors for NCIA, and I'm standing in beautiful Las Vegas, where I had the pleasure of being at MJBizCon with a number of my fellow board members, a number of members of the NCIA staff, and just a ton of great NCIA members. One of the things that's been so much fun is just running into so many old friends, so many fellow NCIA members, people who I've been on committees with, seeing people, hearing who's applying for committees, who's applying to the board. I know I felt it when we had lobby days a couple of months ago in DC, but it's great to feel that same energy here. It's just nice to be back together. You know, one thing that was particularly fun for me as a board member is just seeing the NCIA logo that people had displayed on booths, seedling members, blooming members. One thing that I definitely took away from this is I can't wait to get back together as an industry. Lobby Days is definitely circled on my calendar for this spring. I'm also frankly excited about the regional social events that we're doing, the cannabis caucuses. You cannot talk to an NCIA staff member and not hear the excitement in their voice to get back, to see people face to face in their hometowns, in their regions. I can't wait to see more of the friends who I saw here and friends who didn't make the trip out to Vegas at those regional events. It's exciting.
And yes, there is still time to check out our sponsorship opportunities for Lobby Days. Just send an email to sponsorship@thecannabisindustry.org for more details. Shifting gears to a much different town, Washington, D.C., we find ourselves on the other side of the midterm elections. Madeline Grant's latest blog provides the rundown on some of the legislative victories we saw. First, congratulations to voters in Missouri and my home state, Maryland, for voting for and ultimately passing adult-use cannabis ballot initiatives. We're thrilled to see 2 more states bring sensible marijuana reform into reality, and we'll be here and ready to help your businesses align with the industry's brightest players and best practices. We also celebrated the first time a standalone piece of cannabis legislation has ever been sent to the president's desk, called the Medical Marijuana and Cannabidiol Research Expansion Act. Once the president signs the bill, it will open the door for new innovative treatments derived from the cannabis plant and creates a smoother process for researchers. The bill also engages with the Food and Drug Administration and the Department of Health and Human Services, ultimately setting the stage to allow the needed cannabis research we've been waiting for in the United States. Definitely check out Madeline's blog to read more detail. Also, for an even deeper dive, next week on Tuesday, December 6th, we're hosting a special webinar with our Government Relations Department that's exclusive for our Blooming and Evergreen members to hear more about the incoming 118th Congress, federal policy, and midterm election results. We'll also cover prospects for the SAFE Banking Act in the lame duck session, as well as President Joe Biden's announcement made in early October to pardon simple cannabis possession offenses and review cannabis's Schedule I status in the Controlled Substances Act. The webinar will be interactive as well, as a portion will be dedicated to answering specific questions you submit through registration. If you're a seedling member of NCIA and want to upgrade to Blooming or Evergreen so you can participate in the webinar, now is a great time to reach out to our membership department to increase your engagement with NCIA. All right, as we start to wrap up this episode, stay tuned in the coming days for an announcement about our 2023 events calendar and some exciting sponsorship opportunities for your company to elevate your brand while aligning with the industry's largest and most respected cannabis trade association. And in the meantime, check out our educational offerings with our Industry Essentials webinar series. Check the schedule on our website as more webinars are added. And keep learning by listening to both of our podcasts to keep you informed and inspired. You can tune in to NCIA's Cannabis Industry Voice, which I host, and NCIA's Cannabis Minority Report, hosted by Khadijah Adams and Mike Lamudo. If you're an NCIA member, reach out to me to learn how you can contribute educational content for our website and newsletter, or pitching to be a guest on our podcast. Please send me an email to get the ball rolling, bethany@thecannabisindustry.org. As always, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram to stay inspired and connected. If you're a member of NCIA, log in to NCIA Connect and spark up a conversation with your fellow NCIA members today. We'll see you next time.